We are equally joined by the team of judges. These judges can also equally wave at you. We have Madam Nuriat Nambogo. Those who know her very well, she's the manager at Camtech, and so she's a resourceful person as far as innovations and entrepreneurship are concerned. Incidentally, also, Nuriat is a team member of Project 5. So on the team of judges, she's joining this team to champion the cause, the objectives of sub-project 5. Thank you, Madam, for accepting to take this responsibility. We're also joined by another gentleman, Engineer Martin Mukama. He has been long in the mass innovation spaces, and currently he sits at CITT in the portfolio of, yes, so he's senior officer for prototyping and technology development. We believe that these innovations, these ideas we are coming up with are going to be developed, and we think that CITT, since it's part of the Project 5 design, will support the teams here to grow their ideas. Thank you for accepting our request to be here with us as a judge. I think you got permission from the director. Okay, so we are equally joined by an independent resource person. This is the founding member of Red Star Wines. He's an entrepreneur within our ecosystem. He's a master alumni. The story is bigger. Actually, we are trying to make a case study out of his success so that we showcase him and his organization as far as the entrepreneurship ecospace is concerned. Thank you, Silva, for always being with us as Project 5 whenever we call upon you. And we promise you that we will also be with you always. Okay, I want also in a special way to recognize all the participants, and I want you to stand as participants for recognition. These different participants have come from different units of Mbarara University of Science and Technology. At the same time, members who have come from the community. So those who have come from the community and are among us, please stand up for recognition. Your other two colleagues are not there? Yeah, please stand up. Why are you? Stand up. These are the community people. They are not from MAST, but they heard the message and chose to join. So compelling. Thank you for joining this team. It is you people, the participants, that brought me to this bootcamp. I want also to recognize the presence of the mentors. Please, mentors, 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 mentors. Our chief guests, these mentors are the only ones present here, but the list is longer. Actually, on our list, this bootcamp has been facilitated by 8 mentors. Only that a few of them are not with us here, but these members are the ones that have been developed under Project 5 to support our activities of training. I want to recognize also the presence of one of us who has been here from industry to support our initiatives, to share the practical experience all through these exercises. And this is none other than Duncan. Duncan is here representing Rwenjeru Agro-Tourism. And please, thank you for sparing all your time, all your busy schedules, and staying with us here. We expect to learn more from you beyond this bootcamp. It because you are the one with the hands-on experience. Informally this morning, he was interacting with Dr. Albaku. He wants to visit the farm. Albaku wants to grow goats. Is it rare or grow? Eh? So you can see this boot camp has motivated people to think business-wise. He thinks he can rear some goats on a commercial basis, and he wants to benchmark with the tourism farm. I may not exhaustively call upon everybody, but I want to recognize the presence also of Creative Campus. Sankara and team, thank you for being with us. Yesterday you did a wonderful job of live streaming. Over 207 views were received yesterday, online. So this message of the boot camp did not stay here, it has already gone outside. And therefore, we thank you for that support. They have also gone ahead to support us with social media, and we have seen several messages streaming on, is it X channels. We have a secretariat of the two members, that is Miriam and Keisha. They have been there to coordinate the efforts. And I want to think that everybody among us has completed the post-evaluation survey form. This has been posted online, and please, if you have not yet completed it, make sure you complete it, because that is the most important feedback we need. Because at the end of the day, we need data to tell the world about what we are trying to do. Allow me, Chief Guest, that I give you a highlight on what we have gone through during this boot camp. This has been a 5 days boot camp, and we have gone through the exercises of introducing the ideas of good business. We have also engaged these participants with the field experience. In particular, on Tuesday, they went out to do business. As you can see on these charts, if you have time, these portray the business performance on day 2. The most surprising achievement was one team that went out with 50,000 shillings and returned with 30,000 shillings. That means there was a profit of how much? In a space of how many hours? 5 hours. This is how determined this team we are talking to has been able to achieve. Another team achieved around 40, another one around 30, but no team made losses. Beyond this, we challenged these teams to reflect deeper and not go out for money, but start businesses for the customer. And therefore, yesterday and the day before, we engaged these teams in design thinking. As I speak now, developed the lean business canvas for every team, which means they have a problem defined, they have a proposed solution, and now they need to tighten these ideas so that the problem, the solution, and the market can fit. I can't say these ideas, the problem, the solution, and the market, but it's our desire that they can fit. Therefore, today they will be showcasing the achievements of where they have reached. And I will say they need support beyond this bootcamp to make sure that the problem, the challenge, the solution, and the market are able to fit. And this can be tested when they have been able to develop the prototypes. Therefore, these teams require continuous support beyond this bootcamp. We as mentors are committed, and we are going to regroup ourselves to continue supporting these teams so that they can improve their business ideas and then lead them through CITT for prototyping. This is our humble request, and we request you, Director, together with your other officers, to reflect on this, because these are our internal teams. We need to build these teams within MUST, as we also believe in our motto, succeed, we must. Now, with that briefing of where we are, I would like now to stop at this and invite the moderator, that is Sarah, to lead us through the exercise of these teams presenting their results, pitching their results, so that we are able to see the next steps. I want to thank you for attending this bootcamp, and I look forward for greater results. The way forward beyond this is that we are going to give awards, and also we are going to give certificates to every participant. And I believe through that, we are trying to identify ourselves to build a wider ecosystem at Mbara University of Science and Technology. Thank you very much. Over to you, Sarah.
The moment of? Yes. You come here, you make a, we say you come here, make a fool of yourself. It is okay. It's a boot camp. Who cares? These judges are not going to eat us. We are learning. Thank you so much for being good participants. So we are going to have 5 minutes. Dr. Rennie, you are going to be our timer. After 5 minutes, we clap you off. But you don't get off. You stand and then you receive questions from the judges. Have 5 minutes. So you're also going to time the judges. In 5 minutes, you clap the judges off so that they do not scare our participants forever. No, I'm joking. For judges, you leave it open. So the first group, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to drum. Let's drum. The road masters. You have 5 minutes. All of you can come.
So the presentation, we come with it or it's somewhere? Okay. Give me that. We shared, so I thought it was going to be presented. Yeah, we did. This came from... Did you download? From eTrilateral. Okay, so I didn't give it that particular name of Roadmaster, but from my email. From my email. Okay. I guess like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. So the Roadmasters, we are in the transport sector, and the challenge that we are trying to address is the issue of transparency, lack of transparency in management of loans that are given to border riders. So we are creating a technology-based solution, a mobile application that can enable the border riders to track the payments that they have made to lenders, and that lenders also can benefit from use of this application, because transparency will enable loyalty and customer trust. So the pain points. The border sector is a very big player. in the public transportation in Uganda. And over 20% are acquiring their boda bodas through hire purchase schemes. So they have to make payments. When they default, it is that they are charged fines, but sometimes they do not know how much they have been charged. And at the end of the period, there is a lot of money that they have to pay that they were unaware of because of the opaque systems within the industry. So the lenders are basically using systems that are for their control and that are not customer-centered, and that's what we want to change. We want to make sure that the boda boda riders can access information in real time that is concerning them from the process of when they acquire the asset, the motorcycle, to the point when they have completed payment. So we want to remove this darkness that has been surrounding the process of acquisition of assets and servicing of the loans. So the FinLamps solution, which we have said is a mobile app application, it is a digital platform that will enable real-time tracking of the payments, and also that it will enable the boda boda riders to be able to see in real time the outstanding balances on their loans, which we believe will motivate them to actively pay their loans so that they can acquire assets quickly. So our value proposition. So as you can see, we have got two categories of people who we expect to benefit from our solution. It is that for the boda boda riders, we are empowering them by giving them a platform that provides clear and transparent information, and that this is going to increase the ability to own these assets on time and to minimize losses. What I didn't mention is that sometimes when there is a failure to pay because of the darkness surrounding the process of acquisition and servicing of loans, that boda boda motorcycles can be repossessed without companies reimbursing the equity that was already accrued by the rider. Now, for the lenders, it is that by providing clear information, by engaging with the boda boda riders, this transparent system is an opportunity for business growth, because when they are more trusted, they will have loyal customers, and this will improve sustainability of their businesses. So the revenue streams for this mobile application, it's that we expect to make sales to the lenders, and also that so the registered lenders, but also for the unregistered lenders, the informal lenders who are selling motorcycles and engaged therefore in these hire purchase schemes, that they can be, we can market to them to subscribe so that we will make money from the subscriptions. And we believe that if we work with the different partners, including the lenders, the SACCOs, the banks, those are the registered ones, but also the informal business, informal money lenders, as we have said. But importantly, that if we work with the unions, the boda boda unions, that we can be able to gather enough interest and support to make sure that this application is utilized and achieves the purpose of strengthening the asset acquisition for boda boda riders by streamlining processes. We have planned that our early adopters would be the SACCOs, because SACCOs are already utilizing some of the tech-based solutions, and they are easy to reach and are dealing with some thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry if you want to flash the next and
Next, no, I wanted to show the team. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meet the team. Flowers for them. Judges.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tim. I can see the way you're trying to connect technology with the border guys. And the biggest number of border guys are a bit, they are low in technology. How are you ready to mitigate the two? Make sure that your business flows. Is the question clear?
So, yes, the question is clear, thank you. So, these border riders, we can provide trainings for how they can use the application. I think that is the easy part, but possibly the other aspect to it is the fact that for those who do not yet have smartphones, this kind of application, we would have to think to add a component that where they can just receive, for example, SMSs to inform them about how they are performing on their loan that use non-smart phones. Yes, thank you.
All right, good innovation. I think my first question is related to your customer. Who is your customer? Because you keep talking about borders and lenders. And when I listened to your presentation, in my mind I thought the customer is actually the people that are lending money. The system is going to facilitate those people. And then the borders are the customers too, the lenders. So who is this, which people is the system going to help?
So our target in terms of solving problems of asset acquisition, right? It is the borders because they are the most exploited, right? But in terms of who is going to buy this product, it is the lenders. Now, the lenders, when they buy the product, they only use it to connect with the border rider, right? Notice that what we are trying to do is to improve the process of asset acquisition from the lender to the motorcycle rider or motorcycle owner. So the motorcycle owner would not need to use the application unless they are servicing a loan. The rider would not need the application unless they are servicing a loan.
Yeah, so I think that you should focus on the lenders because that's the people, those are the people that you're selling to. And then the border riders are just the customers to the lenders. So if you focus your problem on the border riders, you might actually not get market for your solution, in my opinion, because you're selling to the people lending. Yeah. And then the second question that I had is related to your competition. Did you find the competition? Did you find people that are developing similar solutions? And what is your uniqueness?
Okay, so we are yet to do detailed, market research, but some of the information that has come up is that a similar application is being offered in Kenya, and it has helped the relationships between the riders and the lenders. So we believe that that kind of application, that kind of product, can also improve the way, asset financing for motorcycles is being done here for the border business.
I know a solution that is working in a similar way, and locally here, even in Barara. If you know Simpson Financial Services, it's located along Kacheka Road. They are using a similar solution because they give loans to border people and people that have Midara. So if you can find out more on how it's working and you see how you position yourself, that's a very good initiative. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Team Roadmasters. I think almost what my colleagues, the feedback they have given, it's the same feedback I would have given. As you were concluding, you said your early adopters are going to be circles. So the border company lenders, the lenders, are they circles or it's a company? Is it operating like a circle? Because your early adopters, I think, are mostly your main customers. they are the people who are going to take up your innovation first and pay. And like also Martin advised, I think most of the feedback you're going to get as you develop and improve on, make improvements in your application, you're going to work closely with those lenders, the companies that give out, because they are the ones you're developing this for. So the feedback they give you, yes, the users, border riders are going to be one of the users, but most of the feedback is going to come from those companies. Customize it very well for them so that they can pay, because they are the ones going to pay for your solution. The border riders are not going to pay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the guidance.
Maybe just to add, I think most circles already have existing systems that they are using. Yeah?
Yes.
So if you want to use circles as early adopters, you need to convince them on how your system can integrate with the existing system. Yeah? But there are people that are now giving daily loans. So they give you 300,000 and then you keep paying daily. That will be a better market segment that you should have. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
The Roadmasters, thank you so much for the presentation. Next, we have Echoto, drums. I've been requested by Creative Campus that the presenters should be, where are you? Should they be here? Can you see? So should they be here? Okay. So presenters, can we be here? Make sure that the judges are seeing you, but also we are live.
Good morning, members.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. We are the Ichoto members, and our area is on climate and renewable energy. Okay, our problem with our area, it's about Bara's knowledge gap in renewable energy adoption. We have found out that 41% energy literacy gap has been observed in our communities, and 87.5% of existing biogas systems are underperforming because the people think that they have errors. We also have a problem with misinformation, especially on fear of biogas explosions. People have got a tendency, or they have got misinformation that biogas can explode anytime. So that's why they are not using these technologies, because they fear those accidents in their homes. We are also looking at the misconception that when you use like biogas or these other technologies, that the taste of food is going to change, especially matoke and other local foods. That's why you find that 2 people out of 3 are failing to use renewable energy because they are fearing, they fear that their food taste is going to change. So we have the problem with knowledge gap against our community on the use of renewable energy. Thank you.
Yes, and then our solution to the problem, we want to come up with a campaign which we are going to call End It Now. We're going to come up with a website full of information and content to the local community to expect that we attract global participation. And at global level, we shall bring in $1 million in our pockets in that way.
Next slide, please. This is our business model canvas, and it will be showing the business side of our innovation. They've already talked about the problem and the solution, so I'll focus and our customers. The villages, and we reach out to the environment and then record those sessions and upload them to social media and also on our platform to create awareness. And our unique value is that we have localized content from Bara and Uganda. It's not the content you'll get from Google, which is done by some person that's coming maybe from Belgium. We are people going to Liantonde to get information from Liantonde people, and as Ugandans we understand them better, so we shall have localized information. Will be renewable energy farms. We shall be working with them as we market their products, and innovation hubs and environmental NGOs, and also the media partners who will be recording our sessions. And our customer segments, we are majorly targeting the youth that are more open to change, and also people who are able to use the internet and mobile devices. Sumaya is coming to show us the prototype, soon be here. Whereby here I'll be looking at, okay, that's our cost structure. Majorly, okay, the main thing is here, our revenue streams. How we shall be getting money from training programs as we train people, especially in schools. Then grants when we apply, advertising and consultancy services as well. We shall enroll professionals who will be providing.
So this is more like a prototype of what our interfaces will look like, where it shows you that you will be able to save 100K if you do not use charcoal, but rather use renewable energy. And then it shows you that there will be a renewable change in case you use the energy saving innovations. Then there will be a zero literacy gap, since people are going to be getting information from this website. And then it will also be debunking the culture myths. We also have the Echoto Academy, where people will get to learn more about the different forms of energy they are using. Let's say if the flame in your energy source is green, then it means that everything is good. And if it is yellow, then it means that you have to add more liters of water in the digester. And if it is red, that's when you call the Echoto technician, who will also be earning us some money, because if the technician comes to your home, then you'll be
renewable energy, Echoto. Thank you so much for that initiative. My question is, who is your target market? Before I can proceed, who is your target customer? Who are your main customers for this? Because remember, you need to make money out of this solution.
Okay, the thing is,
and how will you make money?
The people who will be majorly using our platform are the common people, but the people who we expect to get the money from are the key partners, the people who will benefit from other people knowing the information. Those are the renewable energy firms, also the Ministry of Energy, and also the grants. Those are the people we are targeting to get our money from. Yeah, it's almost done.
Categories you're looking at, the renewable energy areas. Like, what are you targeting?
What
are you targeting?
Majorly, we wanted to start with something, since we are starting on, since we don't have a lot of money, we are starting from the cheaper things that can be made, that is briquettes. Then after we shall advance to biogas. That's where we shall enroll the other partners that can make biogas, because I've been moving around the roads and there are many people who produce biogas equipment.
but you find they're staying there for like months and they're not decreasing in size. And all, but briquettes are moving. Yes, briquettes are moving, most especially in areas, the urban centers like Kampala, because for them, those guys are sharp. They usually notice that charcoal is going up and already it's being discouraged and it's even costing more. So they decide, you know what, bring us your briquettes this side. So you find if we can go in the villages where there is space and we are able to encourage maybe like those women to make their briquettes, as you know, we are telling them about renewable energy and all, maybe they could make some and then the surplus we take to those urban areas where we can sell to them.
Go to that village.
It is us and our team.
Who is going to pay?
Who is going to pay us?
You know, we should not be imagining things. You come to me, I sell briquettes. I make and sell briquettes. And you tell me I'm going to the village to sensitize people. How about the website that you have got?
Oh, the website.
Yeah. Yes, you're correct. Sorry for asking you these many questions. You're digitalizing marketing, but you still want to go physically. That's why I asked you. The first question, who is your market? You're digitalizing. You want everything to go on this website, but you still want to go physically to the villages where you need transport and time. You understand? And then who is going to pay? This lady who has a small company, remember most of these guys who are running these businesses are not big companies. Who has a small company making small business, making tickets, and she's looking for customers. Will she pay you the money to go to Nyakayoyo and spend 2 days?
I think going to Nyakayoyo is on the list team. Mostly to be online. We are going to utilize all the social media
Now a
platforms
lady, Mama Nakunda in Nyakayoyo, who has a small phone.
No, she's on TikTok.
Who wakes up every day to go to the garden to dig, and then she carries firewood and a bunch of matoke back home to prepare lunch for her kids when they come back to school. Is she going to, you understand? We are trying to push this to go digital, but I think we need to think more creatively. How can we make these people aware that briquettes can save us, can save our time or any other kind of energy, instead of us cutting down the trees that have also issues of smoke and what, and also many issues. Over to my fellow judges as I try to understand.
Choto, practicability of your work is where the problem is.
Yes.
Because you see, technology, you're talking of TikTok, Mama Chakwire in Chitogosi does not have the phone, does not have a smartphone. I would advise, going forward, if it is to be a real business on ground, can we begin on even making briquettes ourselves? So that we live, you see, we are embracing technology, but sometimes it is not yet on ground in Uganda and particularly in Barara. So if we can make our briquettes and we use our little money that we have to sensitize people and then sell briquettes, in my view, I would see it more practical than using the smartphone and the network and everything. You know, sometimes we are talking this partly through experience. Some of us are not using internet so much, but we are practical. We look at how is it easy to get money out of a Perembi or Sechikubo somewhere. Because Sechikubo is not having a smartphone. And you want his money. And you see, people who are using briquettes, don't quote me, most of them are now the lower cadres. And we want to get the money out of them. Most of you here use gas. Most of you here use gas in your houses. But the environment now that we are trying to solve is about, you know, you want money at the same time helping people. So my view would be, I would advise that we begin with that what? Business. which I know may be hard for most of you, because you are used to that one that you have known. So we go down, we pay some little money. Briquettes come from banana peels and everything. We begin from there, we build our capacity, and then sensitize people to use briquettes, and then we get money out of them, rather than using this internet and, you know. Yes, but the innovation is really so sweet, and if you get details on how you can practice it, it will give you money. I submit.
Okay. Maybe
You can note down if you.
I'm just commenting.
The next teams, please come with
I'm just commenting. It's not a question. It's just a piece of advice. There are so many people now that are working as middlemen. So when you presented, I could not sort of understand how your business model was going to work out. But if you tell me that you're running these campaigns, and then you know, you have mapped all the people that are doing biogas, are doing those briquettes, so for you just add the markup. You can, convince so many people, add the markup, and then the markup can be the money that you're earning. But if you say you're using different companies, it might be very difficult for you to make money. But just do the campaigns and know the marketplace is where you can buy these things and do. I have a friend who deals in milk. He has no cow, but the money that he earns every 2 weeks is much more than those people that have the cows. He just goes and collects and adds the markup of 100 shillings. Yeah. So just do the campaign, make sure you convince so many people to use the clean energy, and then know where to pick the items if you want to remain clean as well. I'm not going to go into development.
The biggest challenge is the knowledge gap. We are not looking at the other aspects.
So now if you convince me that I should use briquettes, then what? I'm convinced. So you should have another stream that gets the briquettes to me. And that's how you're earning. Because if I'm convinced, then you can source and give me, and then do a markup. So if someone is selling briquettes at 2,000 at 200 shillings, you're like brokers. So if you have 200 shillings, if I'm buying maybe a big quantity, you might end up making 20,000 off me after convincing me. But if you convince me and you go away and I don't know where to get them from, then you're losing out. And I might also not use the clean energy that you want. What are you talking about? What do you think?
Yeah, but if I were you, if I was part of that team, I would actually go into making and also be the first ones to advertise. Because you might be assuming that there are so many briquettes, for example, in the market. But when they tell you, can you get me a kilo, it's where the places where they sell them. You understand? So some people, there are few people, like me, I know, they are good, they can sell. But are they there in the market, first of all? And also, have you studied which materials can work better and serve longer, like when you put them on a charcoal stove, they can stay longer. Then the other issue you may have to think about, like me, like I said, I appreciate them. If you had someone who can, if you could think about fabricating like a machine that quickly makes so many of them, because most people who make them, they do it manually. They roll or they put in something and keep banging. I've watched those videos on YouTube on how to make, but most people do it manually. How can you make it faster, like with a simple machine that you can even fabricate and sell to other people who want to make? Even at home, there are people in homes who make for their own use, and maybe they can later sell. You understand? Yeah, so people already know. There are just a few who are not aware, but even those who know, they don't have solutions because they are not available.
Okay.
Can you pass it?
Where? Here? Come here, come here. Afri-Labor.
Ladies and gentlemen, in your respective capacities, good afternoon. This is AfriLabor ID Solutions, which has come to solve some of the problems that we face in Africa and Uganda, and in particular Mbarara, for the casual laborers or in the informal sector. So the pain points or the problem statement is that globally, informal employment employs about 61% of the workforce in the whole world, and 7 to 10% of the global workforce is the one in the construction, and normally about 20 to 30% of these face occupational fatalities worldwide. In Uganda, 70% of the workers are informally employed, especially in construction, which leads to difficulties in worker identification, safety enforcement, security, and accountability. In Mbarara, in particular, the widespread use of unidentified casual laborers at construction sites and hardware sites or facilities has heightened the risks related to safety, security, theft, accidents, and it affects the monitoring, emergency response productivity, and overall project performance. So what if, as AfriLabor ID Solutions, we developed a system for the informal sector to track the employees that we work with? And our focus is on including the blood group, the next of kin, and other demographic information. And this would help us to ease the identification of the workers, improve the site security, faster emergency response, reduce theft and accidents, then better supervision and monitoring and accountability. That is our visual. Continue. The business model. So our key partners are Mbarara City Authority, the construction companies, the hardware owners, the health facilities, the ID printing companies, the technology and software developers. The key activities are registering casual laborers, capturing worker details, print and issue of IDs, ID renewal and replacement, training of the supervisors, the value. We have easy identification of the workers, improved security, the faster emergency responses, reduced theft and accidents, better supervision and accountability. Then we have customer relationships, where we have on-site registration support, periodic ID renewal, continuous contractor engagement and feedback handling, customer segments, hardware stores, site supervisors, casual laborers. The key resources are trained registration staff, ID card printers and materials, digital databases and management systems, financial computer and mobile services, partnership with health facilities. The channels include direct engagement at the sites, the local government hardware stores, mobile registration teams, word of mouth through contractors. The cost will be from printing, will be printing ID cards, staff and equipment, transport and training, and the revenue will be from registration fees, contractor payments, ID renewal and replacement, then support from NGOs and the government. That is our prototype of the ID. And at the time we took the picture. Thank you.
Well done, well done.
Thank you.
So when you started presenting, I thought the problem was very strong. Yeah, but the solution is very, very different. Because if I have the hardware, how do you convince me to buy a solution? I mean, I have my workers, I have security, so you'll not steal anything from me. Why should I register my workers? Huh? Why should I buy your solution in the first place?
Yeah. In that sense of having workers at your company or the site and security, it doesn't necessarily rule out any other problems along the way. These are your workers. It's like you consider your child or your son or your daughter or your relative you're with. Then when they move out of your company, what happens next? What if this person gets an accident? How do you account for that? Because on the other side, they may say, so-and-so works for this particular company. So how do we trace back that he works for the other company? And then when we get that information, we can easily say, so-and-so belongs to a certain company. We come and check. Then you give the other people the details, and they can help you move on with the person.
But how is that going to help me? What if I have my workers and I have captured their biodata? I have their files. Yes, that's sufficient for me. Yeah? Why should I pay for your solution?
So in this case, we were looking at, yes, we have the information, but the information is not sufficient for us alone. It should be for the, let's say for the nation, as we say we are for the nation. As we are building the system, we need to be straightforward, define who we are, wherever we are, so that we can easily defend problem, or if there is no problem, still, we have to account for whatever is happening at the company.
Who are you targeting to buy a solution?
We are targeting the hardware owners, the construction site owners, and even the individual casual laborers. As we are aware, in most cases, once you're moving around Mbarara in the mornings, you find these many gentlemen standing by the roads waiting for trucks to take them somewhere to do work. But unfortunately, these people work for us and we don't know them. So at the end of the day, maybe someone has worked this morning or the whole day, but in the night you get a thief and we don't know where they are. Someone has been working and they get an accident. Along the way, we don't know where they come from. Now he's from the site, no one can identify them. And
I think for time.
Yep.
It's actually, it's a follow-up question.
Yes.
I know you have explained the problem is there, but like Martin said, who benefits from your solution? If I have a hardware, okay, if someone has a hardware and their casual laborer who carries the cement gets an accident, do they actually care? They care, but do they want to follow up and say, I am taking him to hospital and treating? Idea, like in reality, I'm taking him to hospital and putting all the bills until he recovers. In reality, let's be real.
Yeah.
That's what you want, but in reality, does it happen? Secondly, we have national ID. Say this is going to be a solution for the whole country. But how about the national IDs? Because when you employ someone, first thing you do, you ask them for their national IDs, especially the casual laborers. ask them for their national IDs, capture their biodata, everything, so it's easy to locate them. Thirdly, most of these people, for example, of the hardware, Martin mentioned it, they have cameras, they have security guards, all they care about is, am I things safe? Whether you come back tomorrow or not, I have someone who can replace it. There are many people who are already looking for work. Even when we are like at home, maybe you're constructing, you will give someone, the main man, a job. And by the end of the week, you're seeing new faces he comes with. He's the main one, but tomorrow he comes with a new person. The other day he comes with a new person. For you, what you care about, can he finish my work? You understand? So who is paying for your solution?
So basically, the one to pay for the solution would be the casual laborer.
Now,
yes.
You know the definition of a casual laborer? Casual. This man has been to a hardware shop, and they said, please carry this cement to the truck. That is, you see how he's dressed?
Yes.
You see how he looks like? And he's going to pay for your solution? We are trying to make you think more of how you can make this unique, but also get money out of it. That's a casual labor.
After labor.
Yes, sir.
Surely money. How do you expect to get money out of this? Especially practically on the ground.
Yes.
I know one of your team members must have got a site at one time. Yes, because we were dealing with mature people.
True.
Now, I want you to imagine someone coming to your site, telling you he wants you to pay him or her for the service you are rendering. Practically, we see it work. Yes, because I'm looking at if I have a hardware.
Yes.
The only thing I expect is people to come and work and carry my cement and put it there. What follows? Practically, nobody knows. Nobody wants to know what happens after that. Practically, unless you are doing humanitarian, you think is more humanitarian. In my view, is more humanitarian if you were put it on your humanitarian point of view. You are very good, but for the business part of it, this hardware person, even if he doesn't have camera, someone comes from Katete. Someone comes from Katete. You will only consider, you people you know, you will only consider a person who is doing the work there and then. But going to say that after work, you go on following up. I'm told even Must has just started the insurance of people after, I'm told, I'm not even Must. Now, say, and you are paying on behalf of your casual labor not to go bad. Money out of it. Your problem was very pregnant. I can say that. But I think you even thought, I've landed the Messiah. Because the problem statement of dealing with, casual labor, you can think where I was going from. I was actually going to. Because if you were actually to sit and you are looking at setting up, people are doing it, but they are doing it rudimentally. They are not educated. You gather your labor, maybe you are also going to export them outside, those who want to go out. You are looking at these ladies and gentlemen need housemaids in their houses. It is what came to my mind. Immediately I awarded you very pregnant mark. But the problem is okay, but the practical part of it, to me, is lacking. We need to...
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yes, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, our judges. So this is workforce stabilization consultancy team, and our task or our business is on reducing staff turnover in Uganda's mid-range hotels and related facilities. Let's go. Yeah, so in our research, we found out that about 22 to 31% of these facilities are losing staff annually. That means 1 in 3 staff leaves every year in these facilities. And that means that this leads to high costs in terms of recruitment and retraining of the staff. They incur expenses there. And then there is service which is impacted. So this inconsistent experiences by the guests definitely impacts negatively on their businesses. So why do this problem persist? We analyzed and found out that actually what is causing this exit is lack of systems in place. Lack of systems to basically manage, to motivate staff and to make staff feel like they belong there. So most of these mid-range facilities operate in form of informal systems. Staff management lacks structure, no standard in terms of scheduling and onboarding, and then there is inconsistency leadership. We think that supervisor-driven variation creates confusion and also leads to basically bad work environment. So the key here is that the problem is system, not skills. We are not talking about skills, they lack skills, but the systems. So our solution is to offer staff retention system as a service. This is going to comprise of standardized toolkits, supervisor coaching, and then turnover tracking. Next. So these are our packages. We have 3 packages to offer to hotel owners, you know, different business owners, as long as there is human resource there. We are able to work with them. So our kit 1, our package 1 is called Retention Starter Kit. This is going to be focusing on policies, schedules, and orientation materials in these facilities. The second one is called Retention Support Plan, where we have monthly coaching and turnover tracking in these facilities. Then finally, our third and the biggest package is Retention Rescue Program, where we'll carry out audits, reset, and intensive support to the facilities. Right. So what is our value proposition? We are looking to lower the turnover rate or turnover cost to the facilities. And then we're also looking at fair and predictable staffing. And finally, improve service quality. One resignation costs more than a retention. What we shall be our catchword to use to convince our clients. This is our revenue model. We have priced it at 1.5 to 2.5 million, which is a one-off. Go to the facility, do root cause analysis, and then we provide documentation and feedback based on what we have found out. Our second revenue will be coming from the support plan, which is a monthly proposition. We propose to monthly be at the facility, support what is going on until the facility sees no exits coming from staff. And then the last one, of course, the second, so the last one is a 3-monthly package, which we are looking to use. We be in the facility for 3 months. We coach even the supervisors. We take them through. We provide the documentations that are needed, the checklists, the scheduling tools that they will need to manage staff, for example, staff annual leaves and all of that. And we think that recurring revenue through this, through retainers will also be part of what we shall gain from. So our canvas model is very simple. So the problem is high staff turnover. Customers to us is going to be mid-range hotels and related facilities. And then value simple retention systems is what we are offering. Solution, toolkits and coaching. That's what we think we can do. And then our revenue will be from fees and retainers. Cost, of course, consultancy time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation.
Welcome.
I think there may be problems that are beyond your control. Maybe for different reasons.
Yes.
Could be because of greener pastures, or I don't like management.
Yeah.
How are you going to control some of those issues?
Actually, this solution would work there. In some of our interviews, as we were interacting with these people, one of the members, the biggest pain they had was that, you know, a neighboring facility asked the staff, how much are they paying you? They say it's 700, and then, you know, they added 100 or 200,000. Person is gone. So we think that that is one issue. The environment. The environment, and this is what we intend to address even to a very large. The issue to do with, you know, the culture of the facility, and then the issue to do with, you know, the work environment, you know, interaction between staff, the supervisors, if they don't have systems in place which can, you know, somebody can decide and say, you, today you are working here, tomorrow you are working there. There are no systems in place. It's supervisor's decision. So that is why we think offering toolkits, well-packed, you know, systems to guide in the operation will actually make flow of activity, and it will make life their place. We will also propose packages for workers, you know, annual packages, you know, best performer in the different departments that will be there. These are some of the things that we think we can offer to management to help keep the staff in place.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great idea. I was there imagining like there's this place you go to for lunch,
yes,
or just to sit and relax, and then there's this one person who serves you. The
Right.
next day they are not there.
They are not
So
there.
there's already that relationship that you feel comfortable with this young girl who
Right.
comes and smiles.
Right.
Customer care. Some of them don't actually have customer care, good customer care.
Exactly.
So the problem is there.
Yes.
It's actually a big problem. Because what brings people to a place, at times it's not just the food is good, the environment is good, but also
The people.
the reception and
Yes.
how they treat the customers.
Exactly.
So it could be related to the retention,
Right.
which is a good problem. My concern is about your pricing. I looked at the different packages, and
Right.
I'm there imagining a hotel that is struggling to get, to even retain the clients that they have, and then they are paying all that amount of money.
Yeah.
It looks to be a little high, but it depends on, because people pay for value.
Yeah.
How will you package it? How unique will it be vis-a-vis what they already have? Maybe how they are already doing things. Because I'm sure when this girl comes, they are oriented around, they are taken through the do's and don'ts of the place,
Right.
and how they should, you know, manage the place or customers.
Right.
So your uniqueness can also give you the price. But for the staff, it looks a little
A bit
high.
high. So thank you very much for that observation. This is a proposition at this point, but we definitely are not rigid. We can scale it down further to be able to start the market. I want to give you two statements that we picked from our research down there. One, yes, one of the managers said the biggest pain they have is that they get this staff, they train them. When they are very good, then the neighboring facility takes them. One day he was doing his own research, he just went to the neighboring facility, just like a client. Sat, and a staff of him who had taken 1 week leave just showed up serving now in the next facility. Another one is that they had a client, some clients of theirs, basically have made the place a home. There's a particular room they want to stay in. And you know, when they come, that is their place. And there are people who serves them, and so they are very comfortable. So we don't want to lose these kinds of loyal customers by the moving away of some of the staff who really makes the place stand. That's why we're offering this package to support the facilities, you know, with various ideas and ways to reward the staff and make them want to stay, and to change the work environment and culture, which could be broken down. That is basically what we want to offer, and we believe we can offer.
What's the solution? Is it a software? Is it a system?
It's going to be, we want to start with paperwork. Eventually, you can go into, you know, a software, basically. But we want to start with checklists. You know, sometimes supervisors, because they don't have anything to follow to guide them, they just decide anyhow. But if we have these systems in place, policies, you know, documents that guide in how to do different things and how to use those documents, that training part is going to be on us. I think that we shall be able to help. So our intention is to start with a paperwork base. I know people want to go digital, but you cannot go digital until the paperwork area. So that's what we are looking to do.
But don't you keep losing your customers? It means if you come to my hotel once and you train me and you go away, then that's it.
We are going to be present. That's why we have a one-off package. Then we have a monthly package, and a 3-month package is the biggest, which combines the first two. So you can, from time to time, we'll be providing, you know, constant support. And I think if we start with 1, 2, 3, 4 hotels, we are not only looking at hotels, training institutions, you know, any business where there are like 5 or more human resource there.
What I'm saying is,
yes,
you might keep earning just like if you pay one time. You come, train my people for 1 week. Once I understand how things are supposed to run, that's it.
That's
I
it.
close you off. Meaning you have to acquire another customer to make money.
Yeah, we are looking at...
never make money from me again if I choose not to call you.
Because maybe managers may change and all that, and things will fall back, so you may need...
So your player will be that there is a labor turnover of managers, so?
Not necessarily. Our business is scalable from hotels to like training institutions to...
Seriously?
Yes.
I would advise that you start with one.
One.
You say our focus is on hotels. And think about, study the problem very well and how they do things.
Right.
Why do their workers keep leaving?
Moving from
Is
one
it only the money they pay them? Martin mentioned it. You may not have control over the money. If they are paying you this down 300,000, you're not going to say increase, let us increase. But other things to do with how can they stay and feel comfortable. Someone can be earning 500,000 and they stay at the same job, same place, because they feel at home, they feel comfortable, and maybe they leave later.
Yeah. We are actually not looking to push into the money part because that is beyond us. But there are other things we can do.
Good afternoon, colleagues. Yeah. Rising stars. Arinda Immaculate is going to make our presentation. Thank you.
Okay, protocol observed. This is a manufacturing team, Rising Stars, and our problem that we managed to get from the community was market accessibility. And we managed to go down in our labs, the universities, university innovations. Very many universities are making innovations, but they end up in labs because these are scientists, and they know how to make these products, but they don't have market. And that's why we managed to see, and we wanted to create a solution for them, which was doing a platform to advertise, to reach out to their potential market and to their potential customers so that it can boost their sustainability of the innovations. And we managed to do a platform, a website, which is where we identified this product because we managed to visit a lab which was making liquid smoke, activated charcoal, acetic acid, but their problem was how they were going to reach out to their market, and so we this website which could bring them to their potential customers. This is unique. Our unique proposition is that uploading these commodities is free as opposed to other platforms. And also about the product on these platforms, like we are able to put the uses products that are there so that you get easy access to the product and you don't get confused in the end. And what money out of it is a small percentage is going to be deducted from every sale that we make, since we are not going to ask for the initial cost of these commodities. And also running ads within the application or website. We are going to, after making it out to the market, we are going to be running ads for other businesses that would want to come in to collaborate with us. And also delivery costs, since we are going to be handling this platform ourselves. Then our model, our problem is market accessibility. The solution is we have managed to do this website for advertising for people at MUST and also other universities, because you know many universities are making innovations, and most students are not able to access their potential customers. So it will be open to mostly to the universities. And also value propositions, they are not paying for the product, they're not paying the initial cost of uploading their products, and also discounts will be made after sharing the app to other people. Then key partners, the manufacturers, and also our customers. The customer segment is there will be hospitals, hotels, health industries, and also our cost structure. It is in running ads and internet costs. Revenue, a small percentage, will be deducted from every sale. Yeah, and that was the team.
tried to interview them, and they told us, for them, most of them, they are scientists. They are in the lab, they don't have that skill of marketing. So that's why we decided to come up with a marketing platform that will support their products, marketing their products to the local person. Remember, these are money that are gotten from funding of the local payers' tax. So they fund us innovators here at the university, but eventually they don't get the product. So at the end of it all, they are not benefiting. So we are trying to bridge this gap such that we can have them benefit from their tax. Thank you.
It's actually a good innovation because we have so many products lying within the universities. They are not making money. What qualifies one to put a product on your platform? Especially the types of products that they are for human consumption, right? What qualifies me to put my syrup on your platform?
Well, to put your product on our platform, if it's a pharmaceutical product, must be approved by NDA. Like most of the drugs we're having there down, they have to be first approved, and then we can publish it on our platform. Then also, you must be a university, you must be connected to university, maybe university staff, university student, because it's mainly a university thing. At the moment we're starting with must, but move on to other universities.
So,
in addition to that, if it is not a pharmaceutical product, it should be approved by UNBS.
So, my other question as I finish, are you going to be operating like Jumia? If someone orders through your platform, how does it get delivered? You understand? I'm in Kampala, you are here at
Supply
Mast,
channels.
and then I order for some product. How does it get to me?
Okay, we are going to collaborate with pharmacies, drug shops, and other business sectors. For example, for food, we are going to collaborate. In Kabuyanda, you order for a product, and we have it, we can pick it and put it on tax and
Also, more to that, depending on your distance, the amount can be adjustable depending. Yeah.
There's no charge. If I'm in Mbarara and I saw a product from
how are you making money? You said you're making a percentage per sale, and the products are not yours.
For example, the way we are going to be making money. For example, if the manufacturer says that my product is 10,000 per item, we are going to sit and agree. If it is 10,000, can I get 5% if I make a sale of your product? So it will be through agreements with the partnerships we are working with, and such that we have our share. Then another way, this app is going to be put on Google Play Store. So every person who will download, we are going to earn. Thank you.
Have you heard of mass holding? Yes. It would be very nice because most of the products that come from the university actually are commercialized through mass holding. So if you're building this platform to advertise products that are coming from the university, then mass holding will be a very good platform.
Thank you for that advice. nervousness.
It will automatically relay response to such scenarios. Just the students, they would feel comfortable, would benefit from use of this tool called data and analysis, and hence ensuring swift response and enhanced security. That as a whole is the process. So, what are we trying to solve? What solution are we putting in? We are coming up with a system, a platform that will enable all the key stakeholders in the university to communicate any emergencies through the security team. So this is an illustration of our prototype, of our system. At the far end there, we have a phone, a mobile phone. Of course, the obvious question is it smart or is any phone at the other side. So a student, security personnel, a staff can use that phone together with a unique
communication is routed to the command center, maybe the main gate, whichever, where the securities are. So at the main gate, command center, we have a dashboard. On that dashboard, we have what could say a map. Should a student or any involved party, a person who's affected, send that to communication, automatically shows where the student is, using GIS of course, then it shows the identification of that person. Now, where could this person be? It could be within the campus or at a nearby hostel. So we're looking at security within the campus and nearby locations for the sake of benefiting the students on. But one would say the security personnel may not be there at the facility, or the equipments are too expensive. What do we do? So this is just for scalability purposes. This could be as good as one PC. Then from there, if there's nobody there, that communication moves from the command center to personnel who could be on duty or the head. The head can know that there's an incident, it has been attended to or it has not been attended to. So if there's nobody taking action, he can make a private call to those involved. Or he does it himself. You'll allow us just one additional minute, we illustrate that. We have just to illustrate the prototype. Now in our prototype, the call is coming from here. Just for purposes of illustration, we've just used a small icon for the phone. Communication comes from here. Then after some time, it is reflected at the command center. From the command center, no response. Whether there's a response or not, it is logged. So after being logged, it will send information to involved parties. So let's see how that happens. So this is already developed. Just allow me to replay. So this is our phone. Our code is 999. Oh, sorry. An expert IT should help us. No. Just escape this. Please, can you allow us to show you from there? It is a Linus disturbing me. So maybe you can just dial. You dial star, the icon, that hand icon, star 999 3 times, then a hash. Then a hash, it dials to the command center, it shows the location. After the location, it will communicate to the personnel. So that's a simple illustration just to simulate that communication between the 3 parties. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't. The dashboard? That's what we saw, the map was on the dashboard. Yeah. The last one was the communication to the end. Yes, we are continuing the last slide. So this is our model. At the far end, we're not repeating what we've already mentioned. Key partners are public universities. It's unavoidable. You can't do this without support from the mobile network operators, MTN and whatever. And then university students. One will say now, university students don't have the money. We shall highlight here how the money comes in. The support activities will include training and providing support to the users of the software, or the clients in this case. 2, maintaining the application, updating over and over again. And then 3, marketing and community sensitization.
Oh, CyberGuard. Who is paying us? And above it all, do we have a problem, a big problem, that the campus, there is no proper communication within the campus? I don't see a very big problem, and I don't see where you benefit from. Sente Muzijawa, where do you get money? So that we become rich.
The time, yes.
And we call it business, real business.
Exactly.
You are making within this. Remember, where you are even operating itself, the proximity, the campus on Rembara University. Money entering your pocket. How much money enters your pocket daily, for example?
Now, this is an application we are developing that can be adapted by any public university. Even if it is MAS itself to decide by itself, how the money comes in is an app that's being hosted, as our colleagues on, there's a name, digital app stores. So licensing, number of downloads, maintenance, if the university, for example, takes it on, those are all sources of funds. Now, if we take, for example, a student, the students, we shall give them a trial version, we'll use it for a week or 2, and we'll understand the value. So what is the charge? They pay a very small percentage, say 200 shillings, and they can use it over time. But how many people are going to pay that 200? This is an app hosted. There will be very many
looking
students.
at the attraction. How are you going to attract this university? The benefit that the university is going to look into this, that there is a problem and it feels it should adopt your system to make sure it solves all the problems, and you attract many universities or organizations to come to you. I want you to convince me. Then at the end of the day, if someone is not convinced, therefore there is no money in your pocket.
That's
Am
true.
I right? So convince us that really you're going to convince these universities and organizations to bring money in your pocket.
Yes, our focus is communication gap. The university and even other institutions have limited security personnel, and they find it very hard, these personnel even to respond, even in time, because there is a gap in communication. That is why, even in staffing itself, therefore, it means the communication will be going even directly, not necessarily you going to the security. You just get your phone and communicate, and there is a shift.
Can I add on to this one? Just an illustration, when we went and interviewed them, we met a lady, a gentleman, security officer, And his responsibility as one, he was single, they call it single deployment. He was managing the other pharmacologists, the block near the pitch, was managing the hospital and managing part of this as one person with a stick. So in case, he even told us he was attacked at the VC's homestead, but because he was alone, he had no communication, they overpowered him. So our point, yes, communication, but our value proposition there says we are enhancing university security in a very cheap manner. We're not going to build blocks or state-of-the-art gates or provide arms, no. We're enabling emergence, rapid, timely, and appropriate response to events. Just to complete, there's we are using devices that are simple, anybody can get. We're told to discipline ourselves and look at current problems, but it's hard to avoid the fact that we look ahead and say we are looking forward to, say, our colleagues at FAST. They can develop small gadgets, which may not be phones. And those small devices give it to the security of personnel, so that enables them use a specific number known by them to secure their individual communication. Otherwise, we just say any number, anybody will call. So we want to control such. Yes, please.
Is it sustainable? I think that's what you were asking about. Because normally when we are talking about sustainability, we are looking at how many customers can you actually acquire. Okay? So if you acquire Master as a customer, how many more customers can you acquire? If we invested money in you, are you going to break even, or you just have Master and maybe Makere and that's it?
Okay. I'm seeing another component which we need to add here. Taking an example that...
Bring that component very fast and see.
The component is you have security person at your homestead, and you have cyber guard device. And maybe for your need, you wanted police to respond. Therefore, we are going to partner with police. When you insert those numbers, *99# the information will go directly to the district police commander or any person who is responsible for the student security. So that means you can also pay for description fee, even if it is 200, assuming you have 3,000 homesteads in Barara City.
I compliment, I add on that. This is a software we are saying. A software has modules. You incorporate modules. Anytime you want to add something, that's sustainability in itself. Through our research, we found just one. Through our research, we found out that the university convocation is strategizing at coming up with a state-of-the-art gate. So addition of those modules can help support security at a higher level. And when that comes in, it means infrastructure, it means the software. For now, it's just software. So that, we feel, can sustain the business.
We go back to value proposition. What's your value proposition? What is this, maybe, what is Barra University paying for? What is Makere University paying for? The other features will come in later. But what is that core value that you're offering? And for which problem? Is it communication?
Because the problem is communication, which is the gap, the communication. Therefore,
how is it being done currently, starting from Barra University?
Maybe I can add on to what he's saying.
How is it security guard in S, the A is on this building, and there is a problem. What do they do?
Yes.
How is it being done currently?
Through our research and even observation, let's just use this as an example. At first, at FCI, we know of the many computers that were stolen. The reasons are possibly the guards were sleeping, we don't know, but they were in an isolated place. For those cases, in their case, they had maybe the arms. Here, they don't have those arms, not for a number of reasons.
Brought in another problem of sleeping.
Yes.
Sleeping is different from lack of communication, because I can have that gadget, but if I'm sleeping, still they will come and I will not use that gadget.
Yes, let me just, sorry, let me not sound defensive. But I mean, these people were at FCI. If it was sleeping, I put my disclaimer. If it was sleeping, then there are other faculties next. They can detect, can see, oh, something's going through the window. I am not there. So what do? Quietly, I can send a message to security. Something, an incident, yeah, that automatically goes. Nobody knows it has happened. So if you observed our prototype, it sends a message to the personnel, those involved, and it says, play the message. So I may not speak. Maybe I'm being attacked. I'm in a quiet place, they have not seen me. I send something, it sends, I have not spoken, they've got the message. So I was just mentioning one here that we have one personnel. For him, he told us the university is supposed to have 70. But they cut it because of funds. They're around 30. I'm saying in those 30, the university has talked about enhancing, improving, buying more, supporting them. And they said they would buy communication devices. We said, how many have they bought? So far, he said they bought 3 walkie-talkies for the whole university. Ask who uses the walkie-talkies? We don't know. So those are some of the things that we feel we shall mitigate.
The solution, I mean, the problem is there. Why we're asking these many questions is to see is the solution will it work actually to solve the problem. You understand? And then you're using the 999 as if that code has been in existence. How different? I don't know if I'm wrong. 999 is what we use for police.
Can I? That is.
This is a USSD, okay.
Oh, thank you.
All right, but won't it end up confusing?
No.
They get their phone and call.
Sorry, that number is just for demonstration purposes. Those are numbers you receive.
Yes. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
This is Must Agriculture Solutions. We are intending to come up with an app, but also we ourselves get involved in some areas in solving the problem of safety. These are the group members. Problem statement, poultry farmers in Mbarara City face a challenge of theft with significant threats to their livelihoods and sustainability of local poultry production. This impacts negatively on the farmers' finances, local food security, and availability of poultry products in the market. And so to address the problem above, it's crucial to identify and implement strategies such as leveraging technology, engaging local enforcement, and collaborations among the stakeholders. There are many stakeholders like insurance that can be involved, at least to provide the backup in such a case. The solution to the problem, we will be able to provide affordable physical and tech deterrence where we want to use solar-powered alarm systems, visibility markers, and low-cost enforcements. So we intend to use like cameras, like chips, to ensure that the problem is being monitored. Then we will have community and collective action where we gather the farmers and other stakeholders, and then we discuss the issue of threat. And then financial and insurance backup stops. Here now, most of our farmers, the insurance services are there, but they are unable to utilize them. But also, on the advantage of insurance, the farmers don't know what it takes before you go to the insurance. And so we'll be giving that service, we'll be talking to them to ensure that when they are paying for their insurance, it's really worth it, that when they have stolen, they will not say, you didn't have the wall, you didn't have this. And so that's what we are coming to solve. The value proposition. So we believe if our clients have taken our services, there will be reduced financial loss, direct protection of high value breeding, and then real-time safety deterrence and recovery. Then the peace of mind, at least the farmer knows that there is something that is protecting protecting not only the poultry house, but also the environment where the farmer is, and then the operational security. How shall we make money? Through security auditing and consultation services, training programs, investigation services, implementation and project management. So we believe through, as these farmers and the other stakeholders we are engaging, we will be benefiting in those avenues. So from our business model, the key partners would be the hardware manufacturers. Then we have the sellers. These are hardware shops, shops that are selling the chips, that are selling these cameras. Then the buyers would be the farmers. Then we have the inverters, where we also meet together and see. We have the competitors to also help improve on our services. Then the customer segments, we have, it will not only be large-scale farmers, but even these farmers, because we believe we will be able to break our services such that they can be consumed by even these farmers who are just starting and they have less capital. Then poultry transport companies, and then agricultural insurance providers. The channels, we will have the direct sales team, agriculture trade show and fairs, partnership with some veterinary clinics, insurance, and other. Then we will have the progressive, on the adapters, we will have progressive mid-size breeders, high-value specialty farms, and also reference farms. Because you may find when you go at narrow, you find even they may not be having a system, and so all these demonstration farms approach take. When we come to the cost, we have a fixed and then the variable cost. So the fixed cost mostly is when we get in touch with this client, and then this, thank you, you could, yeah, that is the team. Sure.
When you started presenting, when the title of your solution, agriculture solution, because you're going to be dealing in feeds, improving of poultry varieties, and then you brought in People that are dealing in similar solutions. The person that can provide a security solution at home could as well provide security solution. How are you different?
On the agricultural part. And so we intend also, as we have been launched, we continue with our only to concentrate on agriculture. There are many problems in the agriculture, but for this, we only picked out the common one as being the same. But we realized that there were many problems through the research that we made, and still, we realized that if we are able to make a team, when we are able to link up with these farmers, we can reach out to those other challenges that they have. And so we believe our name being Must Agricultural Solutions, we will be able not only to provide to security, can also provide services by linking with the veterinary disease. We can link up with the veterinary people, and then we'll be able to help our farmers.
What's your core problem?
The core problem,
Because if you say you're doing the security, those are two different problems. So if it is safety, you want us to talk about
that one. This. We need to analyze how many farmers of those who are chicks and those who are willing to give pocket every month. Practicability. What is that money that comes? Because we want to run away from poverty, and you are retiring, so we need to prepare. You know. So that money that enters, how? Randomly. Say where?
I stay in Kokonjeru.
Kokonjeru?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in Kokonjeru, I think you might not even get some. So, but let those who are rearing chicks and are willing to pay for the services, surely, how much money do you think are entering in this company's pocket? If we have to balance at the end of the month. Estimate. Those who are willing to pay for that service, for that using, if they are not using their dogs at home and maybe
this one, I think it depends on the farmer. Because practically people are investing in poultry. And so you believe as you are developing, continue to widen your farm. For us, we believe we want to develop along, we want to move along with this farmer. As he's developing, also our service now can be. And so our income is why probably there could be a few farmers. He had his birds, 300, and they had started laying. He had a, so it was not so much. So after 2 days, they came and left him with 8. And
dog and killing it and all that is okay. But where am I about money? May I look at the at the end of the day? The business I'm going to invest in, I should actually start looking the possibility, not planning for money, but the possibility of flow of money. Another thing I think we should look at, even other members who are presenting for business, we should look at even benchmarking. Who has done that business and get other members can contribute.
I was asking, I think I did not understand the solution. How are you providing the security?
we be giving cameras, sensors, chips. We can attach a chip, which is cheap, on the bird, that if it is stolen, we are able to go to maybe to the market, like Central Market, with a detector is able to
Do you know, can you talk about, I have a neighbor who rears, I also come from Hokonjere.
Yes.
My closest neighbor has a big poultry house. I'm imagining her, when you enter the poultry house, it's like how many chicks, and each chick has a chick. How much chick? She
Yeah.
sells a tray of eggs at 10,000. Remember? How much so that when they steal, she has dogs, she has cameras. How you make, because you're not making the cameras.
Yeah.
You're not making that. So what will make me come to you? How are you making the money? Instead of me going to town and buying the cameras myself, and I have the dogs, and I have, how you make is your solution? What is your value proposition? Developing a solution. I asked my neighbor, and he said, I have also not understood what they are doing. And now you're buying cameras. You get it, remember? I creatively come up with solutions that should, so that they make us money.
When we are contacting through these, the hardware, when we are contacting them with our program, we bargain. And so when we are reaching out, because I said we are like, because we are not.
And you need a markup. Even me, when I go to that camera show, understand? So, and they install the cameras for you. Not so much when you buy, they come. So how are you making the money?
So, like, in a case where we are able to link up with the show commission, and so we discuss with them on commission, but when they have installed, okay, that will be our. We go in auditing, so that's where we believe we will be making money from.
Thank you.
It's okay.
But we thank you so much for the effort. We thank you so much for the resilience. I request that the judges follow Dr. Rennie to his office and they deliberate. So in the meantime, we are going to get our director and our team leader. In every 30 minutes, we should be winding up. Flowers to the bar. Well done.
Round of claps for Dr. Sarah. So we are now going into the award session. As the judges retreat, we want to recognize efforts. As we already said, at UCoBS, everyone is a winner. So I wish to invite our guests to come forward and give the awards. First, we want to recognize those who performed very well during the 50K challenge. We know it was not easy, but you can see the results. You can see the results. So, without wasting time, we want to invite the second runners up, and this was Group 3. Sip and Glow juice makers. Sip and Glow juice makers. So you must forward to receive the handshake and the award from the chief guest. Thank you very much. You can stand for a group photo. A group photo. We are moving very fast. second runner up, please march forward. The first runners up, malt fresh fruits, group 4. Malt fresh fruits, group 4. So most of the teams were involved in the
Well done.
These are the ones representing the. So the 50K challenge winning team is group 2, quench your thirst. Group 2, quench your thirst. You are the magic, eh? You are the magic? So Maureen is also a UCoBS team member. We are So again, in the interest of time, I wish to invite again our chief guests so that we receive these certificates as evidence that you participated in this bootcamp. So I'm going to read the names very fast, and maybe Dr. Randy would assist me. Can you assist me read, or you read at the hand? Okay. So Adam Ashaba, please march forward. Tunji Frank next. Adam Ashaba. Frank Mutun will be second. Congratulations. Take a photo with the chief guest. George William. George William, not around. Atwilute Amelia. Atwilute Amelia. Okay. Chiraga Aida. Peace Mbabasi. Aida. Maseleka Lukando. Duncan Atulinda. Oh, Duncan is around. You have stayed here. You stand here. So you should stay. You see that stay here. You are a partner, so you should be part of this process. Now, Singusa Isaac Norman. Betty Namsoke Okun. Then we have Helen Akelo, Emmanuel Ahewe, Shehembo Barbara, Jim Mudisha. Yes, Jim is here. Wilfred Albaku. Yes, please, congratulations, Wilfred.
I've hardened.
5 days. Tell me it is assured. Arinda Matrix. Messi Habat. Arinda Matrix. Habat. Elena Yachina. Kennedy Saza. Hey, Cassava, sorry. Cansimeho. Ronald Akampuna, Agre Obo, Atihire Angela, Nalkwabo Sumaya, Alishaba, Emile, Alishaba, Waswa Fredrickson. Ini Bikoburunga, Natfunda Meririta, Amtile Doris, na Mwenye Siga Allen, Mbahabwe Goreti, Ahirese Robert, Namara Morin. Oh, how much should they have more? What tasks are going to do at UCoBS? Ahirese Robert is there? Nobody. These are the mentors, Dr. Sarah Nabata. And Ganga Francis in absentia. Nambo Gondoliat is a judge. Akampura Sarah, he handled the financials. Dr. Reneva Kashawa. My handshake. No, thank you, sir. Dr. Prudence, in absence. Miriam Kabavito. Casey, Digital Media, that is Creative Campus. And lastly, Aisha, Keitesi Aisha. Lastly, Keitesi Aisha. So all that said and done, I will notice our chief guest that is still working in progress. You have seen that most of the projects have invited many friends, which is a testimony that the challenge exists. However, this challenge needs to be linked with the solution, and this is why we are still very, very good. We are going to be communicating back to these teams beyond this as mentors, and we are going to invite you online to make your presentations in view of the comments you have received. And beyond that, we shall agree on regular engagements with your mentors so that we grow these products and they become part of our university ecosystem innovations. As you heard one of the judges mention, some of these products can be sold and be supported under must holdings for commercialization. And this should be our long-term dream. Not even long-term, but mid-term. I believe much more will be said by our chief guest, but this is the evident realization that has emerged from this engagement. As we wait patiently for the judges to come back with the verdict of our innovations, maybe we can be taking lunch. Is it making sense? Or we allow you to make a speech. You are in a speech now. If we do it, that means when you give your words.
Hello.
Fine. Okay. So the consensus is that let's have the general remarks from our chief guests, and when we receive the awards of the presentations, we'll mark our closure.
Do I have 12?
All right, thank you very much. I want us to congratulate ourselves by doing it that way. It has been very fascinating. I was here in the morning on Monday, but I can see after that quite a number of people joined in. So I want to congratulate you for having rigorously put aside the 5 days of a business development and entrepreneurship bootcamp. Congratulations. Secondly, I know your time is very precious. So getting the senior cadres that I saw here in your respective capacities and dedicating the 5 days is not something we can take for granted. We want to thank you because I know it's a very busy season. I'm personally handling many things at the same time. It's a marking season, discussion of results, a lot of initiatives in the new year. But having dedicated time to come here and attend to this important milestone in our journey of human capital development is something commendable. I would also like to appreciate the judges as well as the trainers. Our trainers have made us good. That's why they dedicated all this time for 5 days. They have been here with us. Let's clap for the trainers and also the judges that have made it happen. I saw a lot of energy and enthusiasm when presentations were being made. And that has a very strong signal on where we want to be as human resource. Because you realize that there are many questions that always come up. What happens after retirement? There are many people in different departments that are writing letters that their mothers lied about their ages and they don't want to leave offices. Actually, to be more practical, we had one of the bishops who also went ahead to say, at some point about 5 years ago, I think 8 years ago, and said, my mother, I think because of illiteracy, she was not very sure when I was born. And I need an extra 3 years to be able to finish up what I have to accomplish. You know, this is a story that happens everywhere. If it can happen to the man of God, what about other people, you know? What about the sheep? Are we the sheep or the shepherd? The sheep. What about the sheep? You know, because the chief shepherd has said, I have extra 3 years. And ladies and gentlemen, this happens all over in the country and across Africa because we don't prepare for our retirement with a business mind of moving that direction. Secondly, I explained the concept of VUCA on Monday. VUCA. Very well. Those who are not here missed out, but these letters are 4. Volatility, that is number 1, volatility. The world is volatile. I also explained I'm doing this for people who are not there. That's why I'm going to be very swift and very fast on it. The second letter we said is uncertainty. Uncertainty. Dr. Kennedy Kasazi, what was the third letter? The C. Yeah. Do you remember that? Anybody who was here? Complexity. The complex world. And then the fourth, the last letter was ambiguity. And that is explaining why we need to shift the trend of our thinking from the traditional way of doing things to these approaches that include design thinking and test our desks away from how we think and think in another way. Whether we are secretaries, whether we are administrators, whether we are an academic, we must think differently, because even when you go the world over, VUCA is now taking the center stage in change management. So how do we manage that as masters? So with those 2 points combined, the question of what next, the VUCA that integrates many other things, which we explained very well on Monday, those combined will necessitate a model like this of a bootcamp to change our mindset from traditional thinking to modern, innovative, entrepreneurship-based thinking. And therefore, beyond the papers we mark, beyond the vouchers we clear, beyond the meetings that we have every day, beyond the visitors that come to our office and call us bosses, can we go to another state of having a side income or a side business, a side way of knowledge orientation that can take us to where we'll be after retirement? To me, that is pertinent. It is still work in progress. And I know one of our former bosses used to say, it is business unaccomplished. We have unfinished business, in his words. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, these 5 days have been a challenge. Let us not drop these ideas. As the UCoBS project, we are doing our best, because this was stimulated from the fact that we had conducted about 14 boot camps in the community, but then we haven't conducted a boot camp here at Mbarara University of Science and Technology for our own people. And we know charity begins at home. So you can't start empowering communities when you are disempowered. So we said in our meetings, our local steering committee, and discussed with the team leader, Sub-Project 5, that I want to applaud for this initiative. Dr. Manassa, thank you very much, and your team. And they said, we are taking it up. Because we said, don't we have these challenges we are addressing in the community internally? Can't we stimulate the way of thinking and design our mindset in terms of thinking so that we ideate, we co-create, we innovate, and we commercialize, and the journey will be complete. At CITT, we've been building what we call a knowledge economy-driven model. That is our pathway of change. Because at the end of the day, knowledge is now making people rich. Just your mind. At some point, Dr. Arbaku, you and I will reach an extent when we can't see those cows in the farm. Exactly. When we cannot even go to those buildings that we put up. But our knowledge, actually I was reading some article that the last to grow old is the knowledge. That's why at some point, the knowledge is still debating whether it should go to hell or heaven. So it is very important that we look at a way of using our God-given natural endowment, that's our knowledge, to stimulate us and be much better and create businesses. Quite amazing businesses that I saw here. The 7 projects that were presented were fascinating. And they have a future. Don't drop them, just keep up. Don't drop them, just take them forward. We are going to do what it takes under the UCoBS project to make sure that you don't lose contact. And Dr. Manassa, the team leader for Sub-Project 5, has already put a stamp in that to create an online platform where you can keep engaging with the coaches and the mentors, and you create these businesses and make them see life. In the innovation world, we say that innovation without commercialization is as hopeless as the word it is. So you cannot innovate That's why I'm very disturbed when I see about 3 million.8 apps on Play Store, but less than 5% are in use. They are making money. You visit the Play Store, you see what I'm talking about. So let's not be in that kind of pool. Start thinking solutions that are not able to be commercialized. The other challenge that I would like to empower you to do is to start thinking from the problem to the solution. Even when you have pitched here and looked at quite a number of things that were emerging, but don't start from a solution and then you're looking for a problem to fit this solution into. That's the challenge that some innovators make as a common mistake. You have to start from the problem, and this problem must be valid. It must be a problem that is going to be celebrated once it is resolved by the community and say, yes, we had this challenge, but because you uniquely positioned yourself with a good, unique value proposition, here we are, and we are celebrating you. That's why we are celebrating quite a number of people that made us see light, like the initiator, Thomas, of this bulb that we see. Otherwise, darkness, I read a book called Darkness at Noon. Darkness is not the best. So we need to start thinking, and we have the mind. The other day I was discussing with, during Christmas, one of my old bazeis, my grandfather. And the proverbs that they made about 200 years ago are the ones still being used. But where are we? Can we start thinking of new proverbs that can actually go in history? Yeah? So that's the challenge that we have, but we are going to make it. We have started, ladies and gentlemen. UCoBS will support this. When you graduate from UCoBS, we already have an innovation ecosystem, the Center for Innovation and Technology Transfer. We've already established the MUST Holdings company to commercialize most of these products, and therefore we have no reason as MUST that we shouldn't be soaring the skies. And to your information, Makerere the giant has been here benchmarking how we do it. The other day, before the year closed, Kabale and Mountains of the Moon were here. If someone can come from the moon to MUST, then it means we are doing something. So let's keep moving forward. Let's not derail these efforts. Let's support any initiative that comes. And this was a very good attendance that is fascinating. Thank you very much. You've made it happen. We are going to keep with you. We'll move forward. These solutions, don't give them up. They are great solutions. They will make this world a better place to live in, just like Baden-Powell said. Otherwise, I want to stop at that and wish you all the best. I want to congratulate in advance those that will be awarded, and I want to attest at some point that we can have a clear concept on succeed. We must, and present it here and see a number of the likes of Silver, who have started initiatives from MUST, the likes of Stoner Twine, who are in UK and they have 700,000 customers on their wallet pay. And these are students who came from MUST. The likes of Sibo and Sankala team that are doing well with Creative TV and other initiatives. Why not? Yes, we can, and we can make it. Thank you very much. Succeed you must. Thank you.
So that means working together, we need to continue perfecting this innovation called bootcamps. I want to invite one of the judges to represent the rest and advise us on the criteria they used to reach the decision they reached, and at the same time explain to us the considerations they had and the way forward. Thereafter, I will request the same person to assist me read out the winners in their respective order, and subsequently our chief guest will hand over these awards. Over to you, the judges. So you can see UCoBS is gender sensitive, that the men had dominated. Now the judges saw it fit that the lady should do something. Over to you, Nuria.
Okay, thank you so much, Doctor. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, entrepreneurs. Okay, my name is Nambogo Nuriat. I'm from Camtech, Uganda. I'm a member of Project 5. To put a disclaimer, I partly trained, but I used an independent mind to judge. So no conflict of interest at all. Yes, my fellow judges, I think they had introduced them already. First of all, we thank you for giving us an opportunity to use our independent minds to advise, guide, and also come up with the best teams. But remember, everyone here is a winner. You are a winner because you came and participated in this training, and you were able to come up with something that you presented today. So you either win or learn, but we have both learned, so we don't have a loser in this. So as judges, we have a few comments or feedback. Whatever feedback we are giving here was fair and free from any. So don't say, this lady is bad, she was, shooting us questions. We are trying to see how you can make that idea better, because this is just the beginning. So from here, what next, okay? So starting on a positive note, the staff, thank you really for committing time. We've run these workshops, but for someone who is running an office to be here for 5 days, thank you so much. Can you clap for yourselves? I know what it means, and we know that you have learned a lot from the training. We also appreciate the facilitators, the mentors for the work well done, because it was being viewed from what the teams presented. Their presentations were really good. The PowerPoints were good. In just one day, because by yesterday they didn't have PowerPoints. They didn't have, yes, they did some few presentations, but I was surprised to see the great work that they were presenting here. So can we clap for our mentors? Thank you for the great work, Dr. Sarah, Dr. Rennie, Dr. Manasseh, Mr. Francis, Dr. Prudence, everyone that supported the teams. We appreciate, at least from my colleagues who did not see anything, they also appreciate. Like I said, this is just the start. Please take up that innovation and make it better, something that can be scalable. On the other hand, as judges, we think we should move away from imagining things to practicability. That's why most of us, I think everyone here was asking, where is the practicability? The solution, the problem is there, but the solution, some of you, I think there were some imaginations. That's why we kept asking. And let's not imagine things. Let us look at, if I'm developing something for someone running a certain business or a farm or whatever, how practical is it? Am I going to take this solution to this poultry house? Am I going to take this solution to this lady down there in the village? Remember, when you were sent, Dr. Manaste told us what you went through to the field. You went and spoke to people here in Mbarara. What did they tell you? So whatever solution you're developing, make sure that it's practical enough, but also make sure that it can be scaled to other places, because you're not making money from this community alone. You're going to make money. Your solution should be able to scale so that you continue making money. And the other point was the market size. We kept asking that question. Where is the market? Who is going to pay you? The market size, because we need to know, will it bring you money? And if you don't understand it now, then you continue developing something that will confuse you on how to make the money. Then benchmarking. I think, yes, you didn't have enough time, but it would be good to find out from people who have developed solutions in the same space, what have they done? Maybe later we'll look at when they go to CITT, in case they are awarded, the competitive landscape analysis, so that you can see other solutions compared to yours. And that's where the uniqueness of your solution comes in. So even if you don't, please read about similar solutions or products that have been developed in the same space that you're interested in. Otherwise, well done, and well done. Thank you so much. Now, the moment of truth is here. The moment of what? Truth. Bang the desks. Okay. So, it was really not easy, but we managed to come up with the top 3 winners. Okay, apologies. I think there was a mistake in writing the lineup of winners. So we had to first correct that. And thank you, Keisha. Okay, we are back now. So, like I said, the moment of truth is here. Do. Eh? Lunch is ready. People, do you want to have lunch? Please, you're getting money. Okay, so the second runners up is a team, a local problem. People struggling with firewood and a choto. Can we clap for them? A choto project, renewable energy. They're working on renewable energy and it connects, okay? Maybe Dr. Manasseh would say more about it, but that's a very interesting innovation or area that is part of UCoBS on one of the sub-projects. So congratulations. Can we clap for them? Okay.
Under UCoBS project, we have a sub-project. Because we have 6 projects, like I explained on Monday. So one of the sub-projects is on renewable energy technology. Developing and adopting renewable energy technology. It's led by Dr. Joseph Bongo. So you can get in touch so that this innovation does not die. They are working with systems, developing solar systems, wind power, briefings, and all that. So get in touch with them.
Okay. Let's have a photo as you get. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Don't leave out Dr. Manasseh, please. I can also be there. Okay, congratulations. Team Wechoto. Okay. The first runners up. First runners up. This is a project that is trying to support fellow innovators here at MAST, and that is none other than Raising Stars. Supporting fellow innovators to bring their products to market. Congratulations, Team Raising Stars. Let's have a group photo.
So this team should work with the mass holding, and I want to introduce the company manager, Dr. Sarah Navati.
Please come.
So you need to work with this team.
You can take a photo.
Yeah, so that the team can bring this to life, and it supports all the products that we have in the mass ecosystem. Thank you.
All right, congratulations. Okay. Now, the grand winner. The grand winners, okay, is a team that is working on a problem to do with transport, supporting border guys, getting loans. That is Roadmaster. Congratulations. Okay. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you. So we balance it. Okay. So I propose that this team works directly with Martin, who has been one of the judges, so that it also comes to life. We have segregated so that we don't lose out these teams. But it doesn't mean that the other teams are not appreciated. We'll still follow up with you, but these ones, because they are practical winners, everybody is a winner, but they are practical winners for today, so they are being assigned in different areas. You can bring their products to life. Yeah. All the best. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
So close the session and then invite us on lunch.
So thank you very much, everybody. Like I said, and like Noriat has said, we don't have any loser. All of us are winners. Our winning, for those who didn't come here, your winning has been postponed. But we assure you we are going to follow up with you. So we close this bootcamp from here, and from the usual words that are always said, that by the authority entrusted to me, I hereby declare this bootcamp closed. I would also like to invite you for a group photo and also invite you for lunch. So Dr. Manasa can guide us where we can take the group photo.
So the media team, please guide us. We need to take the group photo very fast and then partake the lunch that has been served by our chief guest. Outside again. Members, let's move very fast outside for the group photo. Congratulations. We are going to push mentorship.